Ladies and gentlemen, it is World Championship time. And I'd like to welcome to the channel my friend Isaac. Hello.
Hello.
Happy to be here.
Thrilled to be here. Long time fan of the channel, the game, and the man.
All 6 weeks of the channel, he has been there. He was my first subscriber, I believe.
I hope I was.
You'd have been up there,
Yeah,
except like my alternative YouTube channel. That was my first subscriber.
Yeah. And mum and dad.
Yeah, Mum and Dad do not know about this. Isaac, do you know what I've got in my hand?
What have we got?
Got the round 1 draw for the World Championship.
Ooh.
Isaac, to his credit, has not checked the draw. This is going to be his reaction. We're just going to go through each tie, give a few lines about our predictions and whatnot, any hot takes and all that. All sorts of bullshit is welcome, Isaac. Feel free to say whatever you like. You know all the Judgment Day results, don't you?
I do. I watched quite a bit of it. Favourite moments, couple of favourite moments, highlights that I picked out in a simple snooker style. Really enjoyed the Roberts and Jamie Jones match. Really intense and just a massive result. But my favourite thing was throughout the second day of Judgment Day, we could hear the kettle going in the background. Yeah, I had big headphones on and I could hear Ken and Dave Hendon making tea for hours. Every time, it was an ungodly amount of kettles were going on in that little studio they were in.
That would be me if I was there.
Yeah.
Flasks
Yeah, it took them too long to figure out that we could all hear the kettle going.
Did they acknowledge it in the end?
No.
Oh.
I'm too busy making tea.
Well, I'll tell you what my low light was. Were you watching Joe O'Connor versus Matt Selt last night?
Oh yeah. What they showed of it, yeah. I watched what they showed of it.
Yeah, well, you know, it was 9-8 and they were battling. This red went close to a yellow that was right over the pocket.
Yeah.
They were battling on that for ages to the point where Selt needed to go for a fucking piss, basically. And I imagine. And Dave Hendon came on the commentary and was just like, I've just heard we've got to stop the broadcast there. And we're really sorry. Thanks for joining us. And you couldn't fucking find it. Done.
What, really?
100%.
No, there's not anything.
They went over the allotted slot at like 11 or something.
What?
Mate.
Oh, that's outrageous.
So like I said in the
I don't know who won that then.
in my video yesterday, I said it was at the same time as Madrid versus City going to a penalty shootout. Can you imagine him like just as like they're taking like the third penalty? He's like, I'm sorry guys, we've got to
we're switching off.
I'll just clarify, not David Hendon's fault. So I'm going to start at the top, right?
Okay.
The qualifier in question is David Gilbert, okay?
Okay, angry man.
farmer.
Angry man.
But very popular. I don't know anyone who doesn't like him.
No, great queue action. Really enjoy the queue action. But been looking for a good run for a while, I think, isn't he? So
He used to be in the top 16, like, no problem.
Oh, well,
now he's 31st.
Yeah.
And he's up against Luca Purcell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think that all really depends on what Luca's feeling like, doesn't it? Because he's a bit fire and ice at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
And if he's flying, then he's flying. If he's not, then he's not. But
obviously showed some good stuff at Saudi Arabia, but other than that, I mean, just been enjoying himself. I'd have done exactly what Luca Purcell's done for the last 12 months.
But lots of partying, apparently, according to Stephen Hendry's channel.
Yeah. And according to Luca himself.
Yeah.
But you can't win a second one like that. I mean, Jimmy White didn't win one doing that all his life. It does catch up with you.
Yeah.
And especially now, just no fucking chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight in with my prediction for that. There's a really good saying in snooker, and I can't remember who it was who said it, but it's like, it's horrible being the defending champion and being on first because the first surprise hasn't happened yet. So you could be the first surprise. I reckon Purcell goes out. I reckon Gilbert decider stinks of a decider.
Oh yeah, okay. When do they play? They play like Saturday morning or something, do they?
So yeah, they're first on.
Are they?
10 a.m. Saturday, finishes on Saturday night. So I think that's the only game that starts and finishes on the opening day. Obviously it is.
That would be massive, wouldn't it? Last year's champion, and it wouldn't be as you say, it wouldn't be a big surprise. No.
That's the horrible thing.
What are we? Is it 19 of playing best of? Is it 19s?
Yeah, it's 19 in the first round, and it's the Crucible curse. But I don't think that this is the Crucible curse of like not defending your first title. You know that all day.
Of all the people to to kind of bypass the Crucible curse, I'd fancy Luca to do that, but I don't think he's going to do that this time.
No. I don't see who the next first-time champion is that does manage to defeat the curse.
No.
So would you agree with that then?
Yeah, I'm happy with
David
that.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
So we'll go down to the bottom of the draw. Ronnie O'Sullivan's got an opponent.
Oh, come on, Rocket.
And that opponent is Jackson Page.
Okay.
Jackson got there by beating Nopon Sankam in a decider, which isn't, I'd say that's a bit of a shock, but equally Page, he's starting to get some pedigree at the Crucible. He's been there before. He played, I don't know if you remember, he played Williams, which was a bit of a two mates being drawn together sort of job.
Yeah, he was there like 3-4 years ago, wasn't he? When he was
he?
quite well, I think so. He's been there before.
Yeah. I said when I was talking about him on my video yesterday, I actually couldn't remember how many times he's been. And did I check it? No,
he didn't.
So, O'Sullivan versus Jackson Page.
Okay, I think that Ronnie's gonna win.
Yeah.
And I think Ronnie's gonna win by quite a lot.
Mm.
I think Ronnie will win. What's your prediction? Or shall I go? Shall I predict?
Go. I
think Ronnie will win 10-5.
10-5. Yeah, that is sort of similar to what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he played when Ronnie played Pang last year, and he fucking sailed away, and then
there was a bit of a
then they sort of shared frames.
Yeah.
I think that's the sort of thing that'll happen.
Yeah.
Page will be nervous, and then it'll settle down, and then he'll go into the match, but it'll be too late.
Yeah.
I think that's the crack.
Did you see him finish his match yesterday
Against Knox Bobs?
Yeah.
No.
Whoa,
What happened?
He got in and one visit, got a century and won it. It was amazing. But it was like, when Luca Brissell just gets down and goes bang and bang, and he just pots them he's barely down on the shot and they've just he's crunching balls.
Average shot time of 2 seconds.
Oh man, he was doing that. It was crazy. There were balls flying in. Like you, yeah. Yeah, he's not shown that on the channel yet, has he, when he does that?
No, so it's soon.
Putting that in it.
You ain't missing much. We'll go back up to the top. So the final seed, number 16, was Robert Milkins, and he's up against Pang Junju. So I mean, this is one way. It's like, what way is the coin gonna land on this toss?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, Milkins was doing okay for a bit, wasn't he? I've not seen much of him recently, which makes me not hold out a huge amount of hope. I don't know how match fit he is. I don't know how many games he's played.
Yeah.
Did he have to qualify?
No, he was 16th,
right, okay.
so he was. It's Pang that's qualified to get up against him.
Who did Pang beat?
Who did Pang beat? Chow Yu Peng. And I like Chow.
I do like Chow as well. They showed hardly any of that match yesterday.
Yeah. So were you watching the sort of rotating?
I was watching the World Snooker Tour YouTube live stream. That's what I was watching.
Right. So even World Snooker Tour themselves didn't broadcast the end of O'Connor versus Cell.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I looked. As soon as I was watching on Discovery Plus, I was control. I was watching on Discovery Plus, and then Dave Tennant's like, "Oh, we've got to finish." I was like, "No worries, I'll just go to World Snooker Tour."
Yeah.
Not fucking there.
Yeah.
Unreal, mate.
No, well, it looked like the way the coverage was that because there's so much going on when you're watching all of that at the same time. I just assumed it had all finished. That's why it stopped. But obviously not. I had no idea that match hadn't come to a conclusion. I was doing other things like cooking.
The final frame was 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my god, was it? Oh my god. Jesus.
Not the record though.
When the lead up to that, I do remember them saying they're in a battle and it's like slow. There's nothing down. It's been at it for half an hour, nothing down. But I don't know. I kind of just forgot that was going on because not much happening. But then we were booted off air. It was that crap. Right? It's so bad they kicked him off.
So Milkins or Pang? Do you know what? I'll go first. I think that this is a toss of the coin, but I think Pang's more solid. Milkins is more attacking. I think in the first to 10, the slow and steady wins the race.
I think Milkins is going to do it.
Oh yeah, that's
I think Milkins at the Crucible. I think Pang will be a bit.
Yeah,
I think
possibly.
Milkins might just get something from that.
Yeah, because when Pang played Ronnie last year, it's a bit of a free hit, isn't it? It's like, well, if you lose to Ronnie, there's no shame. However, this is the first time Pang's got a chance to progress.
Well, and it wasn't Ronnie ill as well or something. He was ill partly through that.
I think I remember that, but I won't fully say. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Take everything I say with a very large pinch of salt.
And me. Between us,
He's
there's a lot of salt.
You're the man with the sheep, like.
Yeah, well, that's again, you've still got to take it with a pinch of salt. Credit to snooker.org, by the way. What a fucking website.
What a website.
So, you're going Milkins, I'm going Pang, and we move on. So, the qualifier in this tie was Ryan Day, and he's up against your favourite, Barry Hawkins.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on, Barry.
Come on, Ryan. Ryan, 10-1.
10-1. I think Barry has lost 10-1 at the Crucible before. Who was it? It was against a Chinese player. I can't remember who it was. It was when he potted the red off the break off when he was like losing like 9-1 or something.
Oh god.
That is actually rank 15 against rank 18. So there's 3 between them. That is comfortably the
Ryan
closest.
was shreds yesterday.
Was he?
Oh, Shredsville. Oh yeah, he feathered the white.
Well, you clearly.
I watched it all yesterday.
Yeah,
I watched it all yesterday.
I watched the conclusion of matches as they got there. That's basically what I did.
Yeah,
only in the evening session as well.
Yeah.
And I will admit my attention was slightly distracted by City Madrid.
Yeah, see, I didn't have that on, and I just had it on. I was doing other stuff, but I was listening to it the whole time.
Yeah.
But that Ryan Day, he was feathering the white and he played a few good shots, but he was not. He was like snapping at them and twitching at them and
Yeah.
Well, he was playing Scott Donaldson. He was like 7-1 up against Scott Donaldson, and
did he come back from that?
Yeah. It was it was a decider.
Yeah.
So, he was Shredsville towards the end. So I don't know whether he'll feel kind of a bit liberated now he's at the Crucible. He's actually finally done it, or whether
maybe.
But
Well, I'm gonna go for Barry. I'm gonna go for Barry.
Of course you are.
He's got better Crucible history than Ryan, and sometimes that can be the deciding factor for me anyway. So you're going Ryan, I'm going Barry.
Yeah, Ryan.
It's the beginning. Here's an interesting tie. The seed is Ali Carter. The qualifier is Stephen Maguire. That's
a feisty one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's punches. That is. That's Barry punches. Wow. Do we think we're going to see Barry Pinches back at the Crucible? No. Surely we will. We hope we will.
Oh,
I hope we will.
A few weeks ago when you beat Sean Murphy in the side.
Oh yeah.
That was absolutely unreal.
I'll never forget him running around the table in a shootout.
Yeah. Fucking quick feet like for an old lad.
I know, yeah. What was the tie?
I'm speaking about Barry Pinches.
I'm in a daydream now.
I once brought Isaac for his birthday off Christmas a framed picture of Barry Pinches. Have you still got that?
It lives on my bedside table. Much to my partner's horror. Hates it, but he will be there forever.
Yeah, well, she's not getting rid of it, is she?
No.
Ali Carter versus Stephen Maguire. What are we fancying? I will go first again if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned in my Judgment Day reaction, I made a video about Stephen Maguire a few weeks ago, so I feel like I've connected to him. Do you know what I mean? So I am going to go for Stephen Maguire, even though I realise Ali Carter is the favourite. What do you reckon?
I think, I'm going to support Maguire in all that he does.
Yeah.
In all of his endeavours. But in this match, I don't think he's going to win.
No.
I think Ali Carter is going to win. He's been playing quite well recently.
I think you are probably right. I think, we're in the same boat where we're both supporting Maguire, but Carter's probably going to win. But I am going to say that Maguire's going to win.
Are you going to say
I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, my boy, Gary Wilson.
Wilson, right.
And the qualifier. I mean, what's happened to this man? Stuart Bingham.
He nearly lost that one as well.
There was a point where earlier in the week, I meant to check this. He was 7-9 down and had to win the last 3 frames to get to Judgment Day. Come on, Bing Bing.
Come on.
2020 Masters champion. Come on.
Yeah. No, well, he's gone down a bit of a hole, hasn't he, at the minute? Yeah, I think Wilson's going to take that one.
Yeah, me too.
In far better form.
I think that could be the biggest win of the first round.
Yeah.
Nice, easy one that.
Right.
So Sean Murphy against Liu Haixun. So he's ranked 26. He's 26 years old. and this is his 4th appearance at the Crucible, which is a really good record. But he's playing against Sean Murphy, who hasn't had his best season.
No.
So I don't think it's cut and dry as it might be, but what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close, but I think Smurf will get it done.
Yeah, and I will admit ignorance. I've not watched that much of Liu. I haven't, and what I have watched hasn't stuck that much. You've got to back the world champion in a fixture like that, round one. If Sean's going out there, even despite Liu's quite impressive under the radar record, you still worry a bit for Sean.
Yeah. Again, big stage player.
Yeah.
That will bring something.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, I mean, bloody 2021 final. Do you remember Sean Murphy getting to the final? Which came out of nowhere, and then he disappeared, and then won the Players' Championship, which came out of nowhere, and then disappeared again.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. That was Sean.
See you, Sean.
See you, Sean. That was Sean.
Okay, sorry. So Jack Lazowski was a qualifier, and you know, when you're a qualifier, you might end up with a fucking solid first round fixture, and he got it. Ding Junhui versus Jack Lazowski. But equally, Ding will be there like, for fuck's sake, man.
Yeah.
So Jack had Matthew Stevens in on Judgment Day. It was 3-3, and it finished 10-3 to Jack.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I caught the end of that one, and I can't remember, it was either Ken or Dave Hendon just said it. There was a little comment about that Matthew was just a bit all over the place, really. He just never got started in that second session after they came back, and Jack's obviously cruised through.
Yeah.
Do you want to predict for that one then?
Yes.
Good.
No. You go first.
Okay.
I realise I don't know.
Okay,
I'm looking at the fixture and I can't see a scoreline. There's not a scoreline coming to me.
I agree. I think I was gonna say Ding, and then I thought the Jack style of player Ding seems to really struggle against. The Ronnie type player, really attacking, kind of long stroking shots. That kind of play style Ding just can't seem to keep up with, which makes me think that if Jack's on his game, he'll win. Yeah. But if he's not, then I think Ding will just kind of plod along. And do it. So again, it's up to Jack, really. I think
there is always with Jack Lazowski there's a chance that he'll show up and just not. He'll show up and not show up.
I'm sure whatever we say, he'll do the opposite. Wrong, so
I think I'll go with you. Actually, I think I will back Jack for that one, and
back the Jack.
Just hope he doesn't let us down.
Yeah.
So, my boy. If Gary Wilson's not my boy, then this guy's my boy. Joe O'Connor qualified. Beat political mover Matt Selt. And when you qualify, you're just hoping to not come up against a world champion seed. Like, you know you're going to be playing one of the top 16. You hope you get the easiest possible run. Joe O'Connor is from Leicester.
Okay.
And who's he drawn? Can you guess from that?
Selbo.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Come up against Selby, who I don't know if you saw after losing to Gary Wilson at the Tour Championship. Selby was like, "If I keep playing like this, I will retire."
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, how many times? Like, certainly I've done this where like you're playing shit, and you're just like, do you know what? I fucking hate this game. I think it was just that.
There's a good run here, and he'll forget he ever said that.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if he does quit this, he can go win the World Pool with Gary Potts or
yeah.
Him and Gary Potts are pretty tight, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're brothers-in-laws, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why they're always making little funny videos together.
That'll be it. Mark Selby's going to win that.
Yeah.
Mark Selby actually beat Joe O'Connor in the Championship League final a few weeks.
Champions League
I always do that.
On pens, was it? Against Arsenal?
Yeah. Cut off the coverage off it through.
Yeah, did they?
So yeah, Selby's going to win that. But Joe O'Connor will win a ranking event in the next 12 months. That is my prediction.
I think that's fair.
Here's a belting little fucking tie. The qualifier is Si Xiaohui. And he and he has been drawn against Mark Williams. So there's an attacking game for you.
I didn't see any of C's game at all. I'm going off one game that he played the other day. I don't know.
C cruised past
Did he?
Wu Yiza. And Wu Yiza's solid.
Okay.
So, impressive from C, but he's got, he's living up to last year's semi-final. I think what is impressive is he was qualifying for the Crucible the year after that semi-final pitch. And but he made light work of it. He didn't expend all his energy.
No, okay.
All that being said, he's up against Mark Williams.
He just won the tour. So
He's just won. Who is
I think Mark in the tour. I've not seen him play any better than that. I don't think.
Yeah.
In my living memory.
So C's got a lot going for him, but Williams.
Me, yes.
Where's the next one?
Ha! God, you've done that on nearly every one.
Oh! Yeah.
They are good though. Did you watch it live this morning?
I watched this morning. Oh, the draw.
Sorry.
Wait a minute, Judgment Day. I was like, there's some fucking games going on.
The final was this morning.
Oh fuck! I didn't watch the draw. It was at 9:45. Yeah. Was the top story on BBC News though?
Was it?
Not BBC News, BBC Sport. It was on BBC Sport. It was number one for a little bit. They just shoved fucking Ronnie O'Sullivan's name in the title, and that's it. And now get it up to number one.
Yeah, okay.
Kyron Wilson is the seed, and he is up against Double D. Dominic Dale, come on.
Yeah.
And I'm going straight in on this one. Where's Kyron been?
Good question.
It says he's 12th in the rankings. I haven't seen him on a match table for a long time.
No.
When was the last time you tuned into Eurosport and there's Kyron?
No.
Making light work of a first to four. Been a fucking while, I think.
On the contrary, in contrast, even Dominic Dale, he's all over my screens, man.
Whether it's commentary or on the
whatever
table.
he's doing, he's on my screen.
Here's a question. Sean Murphy, as we all know, he'll play a match, then he'll commentate later on. You know, madness, I think, but fair play. The grind set. Dominic Dale is a commentator. Here he is at the Crucible. Do you reckon he'll knuckle down, or do you reckon he'll be doing his bit for Eurosport?
So Rob Walker asked him that after he qualified.
Really?
Yes,
oh,
they did.
Hell.
Yeah. So he said that he'll have to look at the schedule. So it's not impossible that he might do a bit. But yeah, I think they'll be giving good old Fergal O'Brien a shout if Dominic Dale's in there now. So
Fergal's just retired. You might.
Has he?
Right.
Okay.
When he lost in the qualifier, that was his last as a professional.
Okay. Well, we'll hear from him again with this. Now, if Dominic Dale keeps this up.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, one of my picks for player of the season in terms of like what was expected versus what's been achieved. His ranking is just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
So I'm going for Dominic Dale.
Yeah,
I think Dominic Dale will beat Kyron Wilson.
I'm refused to hear anything else on that one.
Yeah.
Dominic Dale.
Even if Wilson wins, I'm refused.
Yeah. No, you're out, lad. Sorry. Too many Wilsons in this tournament already.
Yeah,
you've got to go.
And Gary's the superior ranking,
He is.
so Wilson's out.
Yes, exactly.
Here's a player that I know he doesn't exactly get your heart beating. Zhang Anda is up against the qualifier of Jack Jones. If you remember, he had a lovely little run to the quarterfinals last year.
He did.
And then he beat. Who did he beat in the decider? It was a decider, wasn't it? No, it was a comfortable victory against Zhao Weilong. I was thinking of Jamie Jones, who we will get to. So yeah, Jack Jones beat Zhao Weilong to set up a tie against Zhang Anda.
Right, well, steady away with that one if Zhang Anda's playing it.
yeah.
But I've got a feeling about Jack.
Yeah.
I think he just got a bit of a not a Crucible curse, the opposite. I think he'll do well.
Yeah.
I want him to do well. I don't.
I just like him.
I do just like him.
One of those where I can't tell you what I like about him. I just like the cut of his fucking jib.
Yeah.
And but that being said, I think Zhang might make light work of him. I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play against Zhang, especially if I was a qualifier.
No.
The way he's played.
Well, yeah. What did Folsey say about him the other week? He's like the most improved player on the tour.
Oh, 100%.
By far.
100%.
By a long way. by Zhao Yu long way. So
yeah, I made a video on Zhang and he was a professional on and off for 10 years before actually staying on tour.
Actually got on properly.
And then there was a couple of years of him being on tour without and being close to the threshold of falling back off, and then he cracked on. So I'm going to go for Zhang. You're going for Jack Jones?
Yeah, come on.
Cool.
Come on, Jack.
Okay, 3 more ties to go.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one of the favourites, Mark Allen, up against the qualifier of Robbie Williams.
Mm-hmm. I think Mark Allen's going to absolutely blast through that one. Peace and love.
Robbie can be so happy.
Yeah.
I think, let me just double check. Yeah, so Robbie is the lowest ranked player at the tournament. However, he's 45th. Jack Jones is 44th. Jackson Page is 43rd. And Jamie Jones is 41. So there's no 42. Whoa. And Dominic Dale is 40. So
wow.
just that's really a weird coincidence. Yeah.
Wow.
So the early bless.
Cut that out.
So yeah, we're agreed.
We're agreed.
We're agreed that Mark Allen will make.
I think he unfortunately will.
Yeah. So last 2 ties. I'm going to go to this one first because it's the least interesting of those. Tom Ford against Ricky Walden.
Yeah, Tom's been all over my screens at the minute, actually.
Yeah, he's having a good season. Yeah, really good.
I can't remember much about Ricky's match yesterday. It's another one
I don't feel to jog your memory.
Yeah, I didn't feel they showed a huge amount of that one either.
He beat Mark Davis in a decider.
Yes. And Mark Davis went for a 147 in the middle of that. Did you watch that?
No, but it says here on the snooker.org little note that he got to the 12th black.
Yeah. Bit of to and fro, I think, but yeah, I think Ricky's just held it together. In terms of who's gonna win, I think Tom's gonna win. I've not seen anything of Ricky. I've not seen anything of him.
I fancy Tricky Ricky for that one.
Tricky Ricky, is that his nickname?
It's my nickname for him.
Alright.
or Waldo.
Where's Waldo? Yeah. Can you pick him out in the Crucible?
Well, I think you'll be able to pick him out in round 2, to be fair. I think Tom Ford will be packing his bags. So on to the last one. Judd Trump against Hossein Fafai, who I'm surprised isn't in the top 16 because he's another one that I swear is always on the match table, is always picking up victories. And yeah, I'm surprised to see him down in 19th. I'm surprised he had to qualify. And he can feel a bit hard done by he's ended up against Trump.
Yeah, he's somebody that, like you said earlier about Bingham, I was like watching the coverage of the qualifying and I was like, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Why are you in that World Snooker Centre or wherever they played it at? So that was a bit of a shock.
The English Institute of Sport, I believe it's called. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they did say that a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gone. Well, do you want to go with this one?
I think.
We think the same thing.
I want the shock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I want a shock for so many of them, really.
I think if there's looking at the list, there's so many of the top 16 that if Fafai was up against in round 1, I'd fancy him.
Yeah.
Jack Trump's not one of them.
No, I'd fancy him against Tom Ford and as you say, a couple of others. But yeah. Judd's in contention for player of the season, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
it's a lot closer than people think in that regard.
Yeah, because I didn't think it was that close, but it's just all because it's happened to Ronnie in the last 3 months, 3-4 months. It's not really,
UK Championship in December. Then you got the Masters, and then you got the World Grand Prix. And it was that little.
Yeah. And he won that Riyadh thing as well. I know that's not a ranking, but
and he won the Shanghai Masters. But Trump's won in terms of ranking events. Trump's player of the season. In terms of prestigious events, which is Ronnie all over, isn't it? And it's Trump all over. It's Trump all over, and it's Ronnie all over.
Yeah.
They're both having their most them seasons.
Yeah, they are. It's tight.
So that is the end of the draw. I think generally I'd say it was 50-50 there. We had disagreements and we had agreements, which is the opposite of disagreements.
We had the usual disagreements about the usual players.
Yeah.
Again.
The Barrys and all that.
Your Barrys and your Pinches and your... No, No, not me.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
Isaac, thank you so much for joining me, mate, for taking time out of a weekday night to come down here, talk about snooker. And this is me asking Isaac this for the first time. Who do you think is going to win the World Championship?
Got to be the Rocket, hasn't it?
Has it? It's got to be.
Got to be the Rocket. Yes, come on!
It's not for me.
What do you mean it's not for
Not
you?
for me.
Not mad.
No, it's for me. It's Mark Selby.
Oh yeah.
I think his Crucible record since 2014 is as good as
Oh,
anyone's.
yes.
I think it is the best. His first one was in 2014. He's on 4. He was in the final last year where he made a fucking maximum. Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
Yes.
Lest we
147.
So that's my prediction.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I don't know. I didn't want to look at the sort of the seedings and the draw and all that. I didn't want to get bogged down.
No, you can look too hard, can't you?
Exactly.
You start to
I
read
just
stuff that's
want
not
to
there.
predict what's on that piece of paper.
Yeah.
I don't know if Selby and Ronnie's path takes them to each other. If that was the final, that's the best final for me. That's better than Ronnie Judd. That's better than someone like Alan being there against Ronnie. It's I suppose Brissell versus Ronnie would be good. I'm pretty sure they're in opposite ends because they're 1 and 2.
Okay.
But, I'm rambling now. I'm probably making mistakes about the seedings, but again, thanks for joining. And this is also the first time I've asked Isaac this. Would you be interested in coming back for round 2, doing this again in about a week's time when round 1's out of the way? See how wrong we are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See how this? All this is completely reversed. We got it all wrong. And,
yeah.
Sod it. Let's go to the pub.
Let's
go to the pub.
We're gonna go watch some Europa League now,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Right. Yeah. Europa League it is.
Thank you.